Hello, my friends. Just a few months ago, I made a video showcasing my collection of Blu-ray DVDs, a collection that I did not expect I would ever create. In the months since then, I have greatly extended this collection, and so I'm creating the second video talking about my new Blu-rays added to this collection, as well as some new intentions that I unknowingly created as I was extending this collection. Also, in my last video, I mentioned that I had a collection that I wanted to complete in the Blu-ray world, and it was the Disney collection. Recently, I've come one step closer to completing it by adding Cars 3 onto the collection, since Cars 3 was one of my top favorite Disney films of the decade, and adding the biggest Disney animated film in history, Frozen 2. How big is it? It's the Avengers Endgame of animation, the highest grossing animated film of all time. A film of this caliber definitely deserved to be had in the Blu-ray format. At the same time, I was struggling with the addiction of getting older movies I already had on DVD and replacing them with Blu-ray copies. I was really struggling with that addiction, but I had recently created 3 rules that you can see on the bottom of the screen that would curb my addiction a lot. And I realized I had already followed those rules with these movies that I had gotten on my collection in the old days. And I recently begun one rule in particular by getting the Steven Spielberg movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind on a Blu-ray disc. In fact, I got 3 versions of the movie in one single Blu-ray, and it's one of Steven Spielberg's best films. Pretty cool, huh? As I continued with my plans to extend my Blu-ray collection, I have discovered as I was looking at the collection I had, I was actually creating a lot of side collections into one big collection. If you want to know what the side collections are, here are these images. The movies I had in my collection gave me the realization that I had 1 or 2 films from some of cinema's greatest franchises, directors, and studios. And that made me realize another way to curb my addiction of getting older movies. Instead of getting, say, something like Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows on Blu-ray, I could just get Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Instead of getting Jumanji on Blu-ray, I could just get its sequel on Blu-ray. And instead of getting the greatest film in existence like The Lion King, which I had no intention of getting it on a Blu-ray, by the way, I instead could get its remake. One film from every franchise, director, or studio gives you that same experience, the full experience of that franchise. So it's very cool to get just one film from a franchise, one I don't have yet, on a Blu-ray. I've put all those rules into full effect when Christmas came to town, starting with the Disney remake of Mulan, a movie that I was really hoping to see ever since the beginning of March, and it was a marvelous sight to behold on Blu-ray, and it actually became the best Disney blockbuster I've seen since John Carter. Other big films followed, from Wizarding World Adventures to a great Pixar film like Onward, to the first Christopher Nolan movie I've gotten on Blu-ray in the form of Tenet, to the happiest and most dazzling animated film of the year, Trolls World Tour, also the first DreamWorks animated film I've gotten on Blu-ray, to one of the best DC films in existence with Shazam, paying tribute to the late Sean Connery with one of his 90s films, First Night, getting the first Roland Emmerich movie with Midway. Roland Emmerich's the director of Independence Day, and he's one of my favorite blockbuster filmmakers. And getting one of the biggest hits of the year with Sonic the Hedgehog. Well, it's pretty evident that I've got a lot of amazing Blu-rays and made my Blu-ray collection more fantastic than before. But then I realized I had a Disney collection that I was aiming to complete. But now I realize I have an even more interesting collection that I now aim to complete sooner or later. And here it is. Well, I think that about does it for my second video focusing on my Blu-ray collection. Until next time, I intend to follow the rules, complete my Disney collection, complete my other collection, and get more recent hits, and make my Blu-ray collection the most bestest, bluiest collection that I could have. This is the Positive Film Buff saying, see you next time.